this is Mrs. Macabre, and today we'll be doing the Icelandic Bind Off with a crochet hook. The Icelandic Bind Off works very well for garter stitch projects. So today we have a garter stitch swatch. I'm working with a size 7 knitting needle and a size 5 crochet hook. Oops, there we go. To start the Icelandic Bind Off, insert the hook purlwise into the first stitch, but do not knit that stitch. What we're going to do is knit the second stitch, but first we want to insert the hook knitwise into the second stitch, pull it halfway up through the first. You can see that they make a sort of X over each other. Now yarn under with your hook, knit that second stitch, slip it off the needle. Now slip it back on with the needle in back and the hook in front. And again, we're going to insert the hook knitwise into the second stitch. There's a little X, knit the second stitch. You can see that that first loop is still just kind of hanging there. Slip it off the needle, slip it back on. Knit the second stitch, slip it off, slip it back on. Having a hook can come in handy here because you can sort of hook that second loop, pull it up through, knit the stitch, slip it off, slip it back on. And I'll say that little mantra one more time. Hook the second stitch, pull it up through the first, knit the stitch, slip it off, slip it back on. And this is what our bind off looks like so far. To frog the Icelandic Bind Off, remove the hook, take that top loop off the needle, turn the work around. Now pull the working yarn out of the next stitch, pop the vertical loop off, and pick up the stitch. Pull, pop, and pick up. Pull the working yarn out, pop the horizontal loop, and pick up the stitch. You want to make sure that you are not working right up at the tip of your needle, but down at the barrel, and always keep your crochet hook moving back and forth so that the full width of the hook and the needle are passing through the stitches. This will keep your tension from being too tight. Hook the stitch, pull it up through, knit the stitch, slip it off, and there we are. I'm going to cut the yarn, pull it through. Not a tidy ending. That would be a subject for another blog post. And let's take a look at that bind off. It's pretty stretchy. It's fairly even. Actually, it's very even. And it blends very well with the garter stitch. That's the Icelandic Bind Off. I'm Mrs. Macabre. Thanks for watching. Happy knitting, crocheting, and binding off.